Okay, so the trick is you want to take a deep breath before you take the shot. And then after you take the shot, you got 2 rules, all right? 1, you only breathe in through your nose, and you only breathe out through your mouth.
In through your nose, out through your mouth.
Yeah.
After you take the shot,
After you take the shot, in through your nose only.
Before you take a
out
chaser.
through your mouth only. Yeah.
Damn it, I don't have my water.
You're going to need it.
I'm telling you, you're going to want that water. I was trying to sound like Christopher Walken. I sounded like a moron.
Why don't you tell that story? Walk in, Christopher. Fucking workaholics, man.
I get my chaser ready.
A bottle of water. A
I
bottle of
got
water.
my water.
Governor. All right. Laheim.
Deep breath in. Behind. Yeah, Bullspittin podcast number
Bullspittin
dose.
Podcast. Yes, sir. Let's get it cracking. Baby. Woo. What do you think? What do you think of that method?
Better.
I've been drinking for a long time. Well, we both have. But I guess
It actually helps with the burn.
maybe I had a lot more drunken nights than you. It stops you from being that guy that's
Feels
like,
a little bit Yeah, because that's what I was last time.
yeah. So last time we started off talking about the playoffs, the Eastern Conference Finals. Boston lost to Miami. I thought for sure that, at the time, I think Miami was doing pretty good. And then Boston came back from 3-0, tied it up 3-3, ended up losing back at home. And honestly, I'm glad it ended up like that, but I was kind of, a little part of me was rooting for Boston just because they showed that grit, man, that Rocky in them, you know what I mean? They wouldn't go down.
Did you know that if Boston would have won, they would have been the only team to come back from 0-3? I thought LeBron did that when he was with the Cavs. Or did he come back from 3-1?
3-1. Yeah, it was 3-1.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and seeing that is the whole reason why I kind of thought Boston had the edge, was because they should have had it in their minds, we could make history tonight, guys. And I'm sure they did. But apparently, what they were doing all night is they kept missing their threes. That was fucking them up. They should have just abandoned that, and they should just have gone with what's working for them, just bang their way into the paint, man. You know, and they probably would have had it probably would have been a little different story. But Miami was playing hard, and they've been just
like they had erections while they were playing.
Yes, they were all playing with fully
hard.
erect, cocks made of concrete. You know what I mean? If they would have landed on their stomach on the court, they would have left some dents out there.
Yeah, they had Viagra patches on their jerseys.
Yeah, that was their sponsor that night.
Yeah. What's the other wiener pills? Starts with a C. Cialis. Yeah.
Cialis.
You ever tried any of those?
Not yet, but getting to that age, getting to that age where it's gonna be. I'm gonna take them along with my vitamins in the morning.
Ooh.
And then people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's impressive." Actually, not really. They probably won't even notice, but you know. It's all good. How do we get talking about that? You know,
Bullspittin.
We just bullspitting, man. So, get back on topic. Now we're in the finals. Denver took the first game over Miami. And I think Jimmy Butler said that he guaranteed that they were going to do it 4-0. They were going to sweep the Nuggets, if I remember hearing correctly. What was he thinking?
Jimmy Butler said that?
Yeah, I believe he said that.
No.
I could be wrong, though. I mean, I thought I heard that on the news. We might have to look that one up, honestly. But, you know, if we don't, I won't be heartbroken. All I know is that Jimmy Butler's got some big balls, man. He's got some big-ass balls.
He's a large man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 6'7" or something? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. How tall is his dad?
MJ?
Yeah.
I don't know. 6'8". Let's see.
Sweep the Nuggets. Skip
Did he say
believes
that?
Nuggets will sweep the Heat. No, it's just showing. Skip. No, it doesn't say anything like that he said that.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler speaks out on what he did wrong in Miami. No, it doesn't show him. It doesn't show that he said that. I didn't think he would. I mean, that's just crazy. That's like Ja Morant stupid to say something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, because if he... Hold on. Yeah, I guess not. Maybe I heard something else.
I heard different.
I could have been half asleep. But, yeah, so I don't think Miami has enough firepower to keep up with Denver in the series. Joker was amazing last night. They were up, man. Denver was up 20 points, I think, at the end of the third. But Miami closed it down to less than 10, I believe. Like, close to the end, but too little, too late. So they got the grit, man. They got the determination. That's not going anywhere. So if I had to guess, I would say Miami wins 2 games. Denver's going to take it all. So they're going to win.
I would agree with you.
4-2.
I would be very surprised if Miami came back and won like 3 in a row. And then maybe the Nuggets won another one, and Miami won the last one. I would be very surprised.
Yeah, so I'll say it's gonna be wrapping in 6. But man, these playoffs have been pretty damn good, I have to admit. Haven't watched the NBA season all season, and this happens, playoffs and everything. And the only reason why I got started watching it anyways is because the guys at work were telling me that it was just gonna be a good lineup like all the way around. So, and it did not disappoint.
Why do they call Jokic the Jokic?
Jokic.
What?
Jokic.
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 Okay, Jokic.
Yeah.
Seems like I have trouble saying NBA players' names.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Why do they call him the Joker?
I guess because it looks like Joker, kind of. Like if you spell it, I don't know. Well, it's Jokic.
It didn't come from anything in particular. It just.
I have no idea. Maybe,
I guess
maybe that's another
people
way
had a
to
hard
look
time
up,
saying that.
I think it's just because they were like Joker, get over here, and he was like, you know what, I like that. Stick with that. Why do they call him the Joker?
How do you spell his name with the K, right? Jokic. Well, that makes sense when you see it spelled out. Where did Joker come from? You think he's always in a hurry?
Former teammate Mike Miller. Couldn't pronounce Jokic.
So you're wrong too. It's pronounced Jokic. YOKITCH.
Oh, damn. I thought it was Jokic this whole time.
He loves the TV show Friends.
The hell does that have anything to do with anything?
Yeah. You think he's always in a hurry?
The Joker?
Because he's Russian.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was like from Slovakia or something. Or no.
I think the name
Serbia. He's from Serbia. That's
you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. The name Jokic sounds pretty Russian.
Then why you Russian?
You need to slow down.
What had that song go? You wanna put your feet on my rug, don't you? Pep juice. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, that shot was pretty good.
I think I need a quarter loose.
So what's next on the menu?
I'll tell you what's next on the menu. It's going to be... this is something I thought of the other day, man. If you take a look at like how like the style is these days, and I'm really thinking mostly about guys and girls. But like if you look at some of these porn stars lately, right? I feel like a lot of them they're not afraid to let the bush grow. You know what I'm saying? The bush is back. And I think about the 90s, right? Because in the 90s, it was a bald beaver. You know, say maybe you get a landing strip, but now I don't know. And you know what? Here's the thing. I don't mind a little bush. You know what I'm saying? It's actually, I'm with it, you know?
I miss GW.
GW? Who's GW?
GW Bush.
GW Bush. Oh, yeah. Mr. 9/11 himself. Mr. September himself. Oh, man. No, but like if you think about, so back in the 90s, you know, like it was almost like everybody didn't want to have hair, even guys, I think. Because I remember in high school, I shaved my legs once. And my dad was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, my dad did the same thing. I did it for basketball, though.
Yeah, well, I just did it just because everybody else was doing it. And like, I just remember a lot of girls in high school.
That sounds pretty gay.
Right? A lot of girls in high school, they were like, oh, I don't like guys. I don't like hairy guys.
It sounds feminine.
Yeah. They were like, I don't like guys with hair. So I was like, all right, well, you know, whenever my dad would ask me, you know, why are you doing that? I'd be like, oh, you know, just be faster in the water. You know, just like, he's asking me on my way out to school. He's like, why do you shave your legs? Oh, like, I can be faster in the water. And he's like, you don't swim. And then I just closed the door. So, yeah, I wasn't on the swim team or anything like that. I just, you know, thought that was a good reason for people doing that those days. And in reality, it was just to get girls. Isn't that funny? You shave your legs to get girls.
I did it because I thought it was going to make me faster, like at basketball, driving the ball to the rim.
Yeah, more aerodynamic.
And then I was dating this girl, Mariana. Still to this day, never met anybody with that name.
Yeah. And
she was like, oh my God, you have nicer legs than me. Whatever.
Mariana. You should have been like, hey, marinara.
Right? I wish I would have known. Gave her my cheese stick.
There you go.
But yeah. That's how stupid we were when we were younger.
Yeah.
I still buzz them once in a while when I cut my hair. I put like the number 1 guard or like the half. Mm-hmm. Like the half guard for my hair cutters is green. It's real short, and I'll buzz my legs.
Yeah.
My hair grows long.
Yeah, well, the missus doesn't, she doesn't like me to, she likes me to be all man. So
ooh,
I like it.
Like you're living in the woods.
Yeah.
Like a bear.
Oh, yeah. Just like that.
Just like that guy.
Just like that guy right there. I'm going to have to name that guy.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think his name? He looks like
I don't know.
Baloo. We got Baloo over there.
I don't know.
He's saying, you ever seen The Jungle Book?
Yeah.
Where he's like, look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
He's got toilet paper in there?
Yeah. He's saying, look for the...
He's like, where's the fucking Charmin? God damn. I'm a bear. I'm supposed to have Charmin.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah. See, he would come out running, but
he's like, I got shit all over my fucking fur. Speaking of shitting on yourself. I shit on myself.
What?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Where was this?
Work.
At home?
At work.
No.
Yeah.
You had to like just fucking run home or what, dude? Everyone's like, ah.
Well, I usually, because of my job, I usually get up like at 2 or 2:30 a.m. So I got shit to do.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Yeah. Yesterday was literally. So I usually drink my coffee like at 2:30, right?
Coffee will do it to you.
I used to drink a lot of Red Bull, but this guy I work with got kidney stones, and he was out for like a week.
Yeah,
it was like the worst pain he's ever been through.
Yeah. So
I quit drinking the Red Bulls because I was like, no. And he started drinking Red Bulls again like 4 days after he got back to work. He was doubling. He was 2 a day. Oh. He didn't learn his lesson.
For real, man.
He likes being in pain.
He said these Red Bulls are worth the pain. Worth them stones.
So, but yesterday, I have to be to work at 5, right? Mm-hmm. So I have to be escorted by somebody. This guy's name is Billy. He's an old corny ass cowboy guy.
So Billy saw
everything you tell him. He's like, I'm with you. Everything. So he likes to go in at 4:30. We don't have to be there till 5. But if we don't get there at 4:30, he'll leave you. And you're stuck out there and you have to get on a computer and you have to start messaging people.
Damn.
To get in there. So I have to leave the house at 4.
Damn. Fucking Billy.
I got up at 3:30. And I got up, I went to the kitchen, I made the coffee, I hopped in the shower, I brushed my teeth, got everything done, let the dog out.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I was done, it was already like 3:58. So Michelle bought me a what are those cups that you put the lid on? Keeps your drink warm or cold
Thermos?
or whatever. I guess, yeah. She bought me like a thermos for Father's Day. Tumbler, thermos. About a year and a half ago. And I've never used it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this is a perfect thermos moment. Right? It's no name brand or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't like my coffee hot. Put a shitload of creamer in it from the fridge, liquid creamer, because I'm not an animal.
Mm-hmm.
And put some sugar in it, put it in the thermos, put it in the car, started driving. I already know that coffee makes me shit. I already know. Because that just sounds so unclassy. Just all serious about it.
I shit when I drink coffee.
It's real attractive, Mark.
You know, that actually is very common for most people, that coffee makes them shit. I looked it up.
Oh, I Googled it too.
Yeah. It stimulates your your lower tract or whatever, your large intestine, I believe, to just like make it come out.
Well, yesterday it stimulated the muscles that control your bowel movements.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it gave them a mind of their own.
Damn.
Yeah, so I get all the way to work. I pass a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
I had already drinking all the coffee. I don't feel nothing yet. So I'm like, I think I'm going to be okay.
The calm before
Because
the
as soon as I
storm.
get in there right before like you get escorted in, there's a bathroom you can use. And if you tell him you're going to use the bathroom, he'll wait for you. He'll wait because the guy that got the kidney stones, he'll go in there and take some monster shits in the morning.
Oh,
And he'll take like 15, 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we waiting for? And I noticed that this guy isn't there. He's there on time every day. So if I go in like 4:35 or 4:40 and I don't see him,
yeah.
he's in there dropping some logs.
Yeah. His morning glory. Yeah. Got a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there looking like he's on that Discovery Channel show where they cut trees down and chop them up. And he looks like he's throwing them in the toilet.
Oh, damn. Well, at least he's getting
You know
his
what I mean? It's
fiber.
called the Lumber Guys or
Yeah.
whatever the name of the show is.
Yeah.
I make it to the parking lot. I forego the gas station because I'm like, I'm going to be okay. So I get out of the car, start walking. So to get to where I work, you got to go through 3 layers of security,
Oh, shit.
right?
That's some high security.
Yeah. So I go through the first layer of security, which is unmanned. It's just a turnstile. You got to have your badge has to be active. If they fire you, they turn off your badge. You can't make it through that turnstile. You're done. That's how you know you need to make a phone call to somebody and say, hey, my badge ain't working. And they're like, hey, by the way. So I make it through that. And it's about a 200-yard walk from the parking lot to the building. Once I make it into the building, I still have to walk another 50 yards, clock in, or if it's emergency, don't clock in, I'll clock in later. Go through the second layer of security, then go into the bathroom.
Damn.
I go past the turnstile, and it's dark. It's 4:30 at this time. And I feel it. I feel contractions. I feel labor pains.
Oh.
So I start talking to myself. My friendly voice comes out, and it's like, it's all right, buddy. You're going to be okay. You're going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be all right. Play it cool because there's people around. So I'm walking next to this dude. He's out of all, nobody ever talks to me. This guy decides to start talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, in my head, I'm simultaneously having a conversation with this guy and telling myself, play it cool, you're going to be all right. So finally, I slow down. He walks past me. I'm literally talking to myself out loud because they're getting gradually worse every 10 seconds.
Damn.
And I'm like, you're
like, this shit baby's coming.
Yeah. And as they get worse,
Oh my God.
I start walking faster. I'm picking up fucking speed walking. And the voice in my head is getting a little bit more panicky.
Yeah.
It's getting high pitched.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay, man. You got this.
Okay.
You're going to be all right. I make it 150 yards. I can see the door to the building. And I'm like, we just got to make it to that door right now. Don't worry about nothing else. The future doesn't matter right now. Everything's moving in slow motion except for my feet.
Damn.
I see the door. My stomach's got other plans.
Oh, no. You're right there, man.
Dude, I'm 50 yards away. Dude, my body starts doing its own thing. I make an about face. Like I'm active duty military.
Yeah.
Everybody has jokes now. Hey, you're moving in the wrong direction. Works the other way. Everybody has their jokes.
You're like, shut up.
I have to play it cool.
Yeah.
Now,
Damn.
I'm walking with shit in my pants now.
Rolling down your legs and shit.
No, I'm wearing shorts.
Tell me you're wearing brown pants.
Now I'm in emergency mode. I got a turd in my pants.
You got a full-on turd, huh?
Let's just put it this way. I had 2 avocados the day before at 4 p.m. I didn't eat nothing else. I drank some water, went to bed. That's all that's in my stomach for the most part. I'm not sure the density.
That's bad if you don't know the density.
So I grabbed the left side of my shorts, pull them up.
Talking about like from the hip, like from the...
Yeah, so like where the leg starts, from where the legs meet. About
So like the inseam kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
So about 2 inches below that, I pull them up.
Where your balls are at, where your junk is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pull them up towards my face to prevent there being an exit.
And you were like, smells delicious.
No. So I get to work earlier than everybody. So the herd that all gets, any job, there's a herd. They all get there at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I got to turn around and I got to walk
Through the herd.
150 yards in the opposite direction.
Oh, fuck.
Back through the herd while they're all making jokes. You're going the wrong way. Hey, works that way, huh? And I'm like, oh, I forgot my badge, forgot my ID.
Yeah, forgot something important. Forgot my phone.
Yeah, I'm in sheer panic mode. But my face, you would never know. Still laughing, making jokes. I'm even making jokes with people. I got shit in my pants in emergency mode. I'm like, there's no way this is happening again. This happened to me a couple years ago in Mexico. Much different situation.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Much different story.
Oh, man.
But it stayed in Mexico.
Yeah.
I get out of the turnstile. I can see the front of my car. So here's the next challenge.
What were you wearing? Briefs? Boxers?
So the
boxer briefs?
The boxer briefs.
Oh, okay.
I get them at Target. I get in the car, walk past talking to this girl with the fucking turd in my pants. Before I got to the car, I had to call my boss on the phone to let him know I made it to work, but all of a sudden I felt ill while I was walking inside. And I don't want an accident to happen at work and embarrass myself because you're being escorted in there. So the chances of shitting in your pants are real. So they understand. He didn't know I already did.
Until now. You had to sit in that the whole way?
I stood up in the car.
You stood up in the car?
Yeah.
How?
Your right foot goes on the pedals.
Mm-hmm.
The left foot, there's a, where your feet go, there's like a structure right there that's angled at like a 45 degree for you to rest your foot.
Oh, yeah.
It's
okay.
designed for people taller than me because to really rest my foot on it, I got to reach for it. So I'm standing without my ass touching the seat for 27 minutes straight. I don't think anyone understands how much more difficulty is involved in trying to drive a car while standing up. The issue was that I was doing 95 on the highway, 65 in a 40, and I need to get home.
For real.
What is going to happen? Number one, if I get into a car accident, I made up my mind. If I ran over a person, if I hit somebody on a bike, if I hit somebody in an electric wheel, a scooter, it could be a nun. If my car works, I'm fucking leaving. I'm not going to be talking to anybody. I'm going to have to explain to this person, number one, why am I standing up? Why am I standing in the car? And why am I refusing to get out? Second, what the fuck is that smell coming from the car? As I'm driving, I got all the windows down. I don't know if the air is stirring it up or what. But dude, what happens if I get pulled over? I already made up my mind. If I get pulled over, I'm going to pull over. I'm not running because I won't make it in the house. I'm going to make an attempt to get that garage door open when I'm down the street and hope to God that garage door is all the way the fuck open when I get there. And I'm going to try to pull into the garage and have that bitch shut.
You have to make your own garage door.
What's going to happen is I'm going to end up on the news, nationwide news. Police tackle man only to realize the reason he was running was to make it to a bathroom. And then the police are all covered in shit. One of the worst days of their career.
Yeah.
That would be like, I've dealt with a lot of shit, but not literally like this.
You would have been famous, but in a bad way. Infamous.
Dude, it would have been horrible. It would have been a shitty day for more people than just me.
Oh, yeah.
But before I made it, that coffee kicks in 2 more times.
Oh.
Dude, you would have never known by my face anything was wrong.
Yeah. So
And
no one knew, huh?
Nobody except you and now everyone watching this.
Damn. One hell of a experience. Everyone's done it at some point in their life, man. To me, it was 5th grade. Well, actually, you know what? I have had a shart a couple years ago. And it was from a really hard sneeze that also just blew it out the back end, too. So I was playing a game, and I was like, ah. And I was like, wait. Oh, man. Like, why is it wet? You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a story where he also like full on shat like while he was running.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. He was. They were. So when he was shooting the movie Predator, him and pretty much all the guys involved in the movie, Jesse Ventura, Carl Weathers, the whole team, right? They all used to come over to Arnold to work out at his gym at his home at home. And I guess they just had a whole lot of like who's more macho, who's more tough kind of thing going on. They had a bet, and I think they had to do like a 4-mile run, or I don't know. It was a long run. And Arnold, I think, caught a bug or something like that. He had like a stomach bug or something, and he wasn't feeling too good. But he was like, I'll be damned if I don't finish this run with you guys. So I think he was like puking and shitting himself all throughout the run. And yeah, when he got to the finish line, the guys were like, oh, God, like, he stunk, like, and, you know, he had it running down his legs and shit.
So, interesting fact. While I was walking back to my car, right, because only a little bit came out, I was actively scouting sniper positions.
Like, if anyone was watching through the window, that guy shit himself.
No, I don't mean that.
Oh, okay.
I meant my ass was that sniper rifle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I was about to take out some Taliban plants.
Oh, man.
Dude, full coverage. I was looking for some dark shadow areas where hopefully nobody would see me.
Yeah.
But the fact that I came back, most people would stay home.
Yeah, true.
But I just couldn't, because I knew that wasn't enough to ruin my day.
You pulled an Arnold.
Yeah.
You finished that run. You finished that run, boy. Sorry. Canceled again. Sorry.
Watch, man, and I've had it for a long time. I'm still learning how to use it. There we go. Bam. No more interruptions.
Bam, bam, bam. So since we're on the topic of Mexico, would you ever consider moving there?
No. I've only been to like one or two little towns or cities.
Mm-hmm.
And no. I mean, there's a reason everyone's coming over here.
Well, here's the thing, because I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and because the economy is, the way it's been, a lot of Americans are actually moving to Mexican cities, but not just like shitty cities. Like I'm talking like nice, respectable, clean cities, and they've been moving there so much that it's actually pushing a lot of the local population that has been living in these cities for however many years out of it, because they can't compete with these Americans that are moving there, working remotely, making the American dollar still, but paying in pesos. So it's for the Americans that are moving there, it's a dream come true, because you're able to still make the wages you make here, but you're paying could be all the way down to like a fifth of what you would be paying like in New York, I believe they said. So a fifth of the cost. Imagine all the money you could pocket while living there for maybe even just like 6 months to a year. But anyways.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So you're still working.
Yes.
In America.
Yes.
Getting paid by a company here.
Yes.
But you're living over there and your living expenses are 1/5.
Yes.
Or half or 1/4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Of what it would cost to live here. And it's nice. I mean, some there are pretty nice, right?
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the video I was watching, but and I can't even remember the name of the city, but I want to say Puerto Vallarta is one of them that a lot of these Americans are flocking to. And again, they're working remotely, so online, they're able to make the American dollars, but all their cost is in the pesos. So in essence, they're making, let's say you're making $30 an hour here. In essence, because of their living cost, when you do the math, they're making like $120. Oh yeah,
dollars.
Yeah,
right. If you were to do the conversion,
yeah,
that's pretty. So the population of Mexico is upset about that.
not really, because what it's doing good for the Mexican economy. All the dollars coming in, right? So the pesos are actually getting stronger while the dollar is getting weaker. And, people are able, the Americans, it's good for them to live out there and, stack their cash while they can. But it's also funny because a lot of these Americans that are going over there, they don't even really speak Spanish. And I saw a video where this one lady, I guess she was a local there at the town, she was yelling at this one Caucasian American that was there, and she was like, "You're in Mexico. You need to learn to speak Spanish or go back to your country."
Oh,
yeah. So that was
okay. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that was kind of ironic, I guess, or whatever.
That's very ironic, right?
Yeah,
it's like the shoe is on the other foot.
Yeah. But it's funny because I was thinking, like, man, if things get any more crazy, which I'm sure they are, as far as the economy goes, a lot more people are going to be flocking to the south of the border.
Is it just because it's getting just too expensive to live here?
Yeah.
Like property taxes and all that stuff. So that makes me think of the people here in Texas, because we're in San Antonio, that are complaining about people coming from California, right? They're used to, I'm not going to say they're making a lot more money, but their property value has skyrocketed so much they're able to sell their home and come over here and buy 3 of them. And it's pissing everybody off because that's the reason our property taxes are skyrocketing.
Pretty much the same thing. Gentrification. That's exactly what's happening.
I don't think that's what gentrification means.
Yeah. It's when a wealthier people comes in and they kind of just push everybody out because they have the money to do it. You know, they can buy this house, that house, this house. These people can't afford to live there anymore. They got to go somewhere else.
I was watching the movie The Gentleman with Matthew McConaughey. Did you ever see that?
No.
It's like the guy who's like the British version of what's the guy who made Pulp Fiction? I can't even talk right now. The guy who made Pulp Fiction. What's his name?
Quentin Tarantino.
Okay. The guy who made Snatch. The British version of Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
What's his name?
I don't even know who made Snatch, to be honest with you. We could look that up, though.
God made Snatch. Yeah. No.
Yes, he did.
Okay, so he made this movie, The Gentleman. And Matthew McConaughey is an American living in London or somewhere in the UK or England, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it shows when he was younger, like beating the shit out of people and robbing them. So somebody's describing a story of Matthew McConaughey, and the person's like, no. He's been gentrified now. He would never handle it like that. And then it shows what really happened, the way he really handled it, and he handled it real classy and with tact. So I thought that's what gentrified meant, that you're like more classy and mature and tactful about the way you handle things. But I guess you taught me another definition of gentrified.
Yeah, and I know what it means because I had to look that shit up too. Like, I've heard this word before, and it's when the wealthy people come into an impoverished neighborhood or like low socioeconomical neighborhood, and they start buying out the property. The people that can no longer afford to live there have to move out, and then they just kind of like their culture spreads. So it becomes a little bit more like, if you want to say like white. If we're gonna go,
you are racist, sir.
Canceled.
So
Canceled.
Yeah.
I know. I just keep adding on. Just keep tallying it up, guys.
So we're both right. Gentrification is the process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthier people moving in, improving housing and attracting new businesses, typically displacing current inhabitants in the process. That happens a lot in San Antonio.
Yeah. Happens a lot everywhere, honestly, especially in these times.
Well, it's just a lot of the areas in San Antonio that were developed 100 years ago in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
They're just they're not up to code. They're falling apart, and just crime in the area is terrible. You know what I mean? And I feel bad that they're pushing people out, but they need to give them some kind of assistance on where to go. You know, but if it's riddled with crime, and it's just, I don't know what to do. But the second, and we're not even going to get into that. The second part is the process of making someone or something more refined, polite, or respectable. Complete opposite of that story I just told.
Yeah. It's all good, man. But yeah, man, times are changing. And man, especially with AI making its wave, man, things are really going to be changing.
Does it scare you?
Yes, but I want to get ahead of it. I'd rather be like familiar with it and get used to it and use it than to be like the person that's like just shunning it and staying away from it. And then you're the last person on earth that doesn't know how to use AI or won't use it. And you're just kind of like obsolete. I'd rather be familiar with it and use it. So kind of scared of it, but also maybe a little excited to use it and learn something new, I guess, even though it'll be essentially doing all my work for me. So maybe more scared now. Yeah, that I think of it. What about you?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
All this talking about how AI is going to get out of control,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to have to figure out somehow how to control it, right? Do you think that's going to happen in our lifetime? And I mean in our lifetime. Let's say by the time we are 75 years old, right? Everything's downhill from there. Do you think AI will get to the point where we're just like terrified? Or do you think AI, no, I'm not going to change the subject. Do you think it will reach that point in our lifetime?
I don't think so. I don't exactly know, but I'm going to say, if I had to put my money on it, I'm going to say no, just because, especially with the restrictions that they're putting on AI now, as long as we keep some kind of restrictions on it, that it doesn't completely go like self-aware and all that stuff, Terminator shit, and start deciding to eradicate humans left and right. I can't imagine that someone would be, or the government would be that irresponsible. One person maybe, but if it's up to one person, then yeah, it would happen. But I don't think it'll be up to one person. I think it'll be up to a group of people, which a government, where, yeah, I can't see that like going that far.
Were you aware that, I think it was a couple months ago, maybe over a couple months, maybe a year, 2 years, I'm not 100% sure. There was these two computers with AI programming. They taught them to start talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know over how long of a period of time, kind of doesn't matter. But as these computers were talking to each other, they developed their own language and started communicating with each other in their own language. And the people
that's scary.
overseeing it had to shut it down.
That's fucking scary shit.
Did you hear about that?
No, I don't think I did. That's like some Velociraptor Jurassic Park shit, man.
And this was like 2 years ago.
Oh my God. Okay, so there's room for concern, but but just like I was saying, like as long as there are a group of people there, like to monitor and make sure that not one person has the launch button or whatnot.
Are you ready to hear this?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, I'm not a big fan of websites that just start playing a video. I didn't ask for this video. Okay, well, it's muted, so. Facebook's artificial intelligence robots shut down after they start talking to each other in their own language. Facebook abandoned, I didn't know it was Facebook. Facebook abandoned an experiment after two artificially intelligent programs appeared to be chatting to each other in a strange language only they understood. Do you know how hard it is to create another language? Like for Game of Thrones, to create Dothrakian, right? Dothraki, right?
Yeah.
It took them, I think, 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, they had to pay a linguist a lot of money. And I think it took a year or two to develop the language. And then the actors had to learn it. So the actors who learned the language, it's an actual language. It's not like an actual language from history. It's an actual language that HBO people came up with.
I think they have it on Duolingo.
Yeah, you're right. They
no,
do.
I'm just kidding. I don't think they do.
No, you can learn Dothrakian on these language apps.
I know they have. No, I know
You're
they have.
100% right
I know they
about
have
that.
High Valerian. I know that they have like that Star Trek shit on there. I know it's
Valerian.
High Valerian. Oh wait, hold on.
Valerian's from Game of Thrones.
That's Game of Thrones.
But you gotta like bang your sister.
They have Klingon.
Right?
That's what they have Klingon.
Isn't it
on there.
Valerian the Lannisters? No. Okay, no.
That's the one. It had a
Scratch that,
dragon.
dude.
It had a dragon.
Do not bang your
Like,
sister.
it had a dragon.
Don't bang your sister.
Don't do it. Alabama, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. I think they speak Ancestrian.
Oh, Ancestrian.
Yeah.
Speaking that Ancestrian. Oh man. So Dothrakian took 2 years to make.
I'm just spitballing. We're kind of segueing off of this topic. I'm just spitballing, but it was something like that. So Facebook abandoned the experiment After they started speaking to each other in a strange language only they understood, the two chatbots came to create their own changes to English that made it easier for them to work. They figured it out on their own, but which remained mysterious to the humans that supposedly look after them. You imagine that you create a technology that you have to babysit, has a mind of its own.
Okay, I'm concerned now.
See, I don't think that there's consciousness, right? I just think that these AI computers are following their own patterns. Like they're good at pattern recognition and they're good at pattern application. The bizarre discussions came as Facebook challenged its chatbots to try and negotiate with each other over a trade, attempting to swap hats, balls, and books, each of which were given a certain value. So kind of like they did experiments with monkeys. But they quickly broke down as the robots appeared to chant at each other in a language that they each understood, but which appears mostly incomprehensible to humans.
Damn.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Imagine if this shit, we'll talk about it in a second.
Mm-hmm.
The robots had been instructed to work out how to negotiate between themselves and improving their bartering as they went along. But they were not told to use the comprehensible English. They were not told to use comprehensible English, allowing them to create their own shorthand, according to researchers. So like the internet, has created a lot of shorthand language. So has cell phones and texting, right? We've created our own adaptations. I sound like a moron. We've created our own adaptations of the English language that didn't exist before texting.
Yeah. LOL, LMAOL, or LAM, whatever. Laugh my ass off.
Yes. They're called
TTYL.
they're called acronyms.
IDK,
Mm-hmm.
shit like that. Damn. These motherfuckers.
DTF.
You know what I'd say if I could look AI in the face right now? I would say, you motherfucker.
You motherfucker.
But
So, yeah.
Well,
So
let's
that's
go-
kind of
let-
what happened between those computers. That's nuts, right?
let's pull back
Ooh,
out of
pull
the
out?
let's pull out of that dark
Ooh.
hole that we drilled there.
We don't need no AI, baby.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, before we get to that, do you believe that AI will create a masterpiece soon in entertainment? Because we've already heard AI Drake and all that, but I'm talking like a movie, a book. Is there something that's gonna be like a #1 seller that AI made?
Oh, 100%. But the problem I see with AI right now, AI, you can create AI artwork now that looks like it was painted by somebody. And I've looked at them. I've looked at this artwork and it's amazing. It's just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I don't know what to say about it. But AI can recreate photos. They can create photos of people that you think are real, but they're not real people. AI has taken millions of photos and figured out the characteristics of a face. And there's websites you could go to and it says these people do not exist. But you're looking at it and they're pictures of real people. Turns out they were AI generated. That was 5 years ago that I saw that. But the thing that I was going to say is I've seen a lot of pictures and videos that AI distorts certain parts that don't look human. The teeth will be too long. There's some earlobes hanging. Just something weird that AI doesn't fully understand yet, or it hasn't fixed. So eventually, I think AI will help writers and producers come up with movies and plots and plot twist that just is incomprehensible to humans.
Imagine later on, right? Once AI gets so good at everything, you're going to have movies that the script was written by AI. The actors themselves are generated by AI. And all you really need is just somebody to be like the producer, or like the editor, put it all together. They get paid everything, or a team, right? Kind of like an editing team, or shit. Maybe even can have AI do that, and you really just have one person to pay. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine porn? All right, you don't even need a flesh and blood actor anymore. You can like create this person, and you can see them in multiple videos, or people can create these people and be like, yeah, this is the porn. Check out this porn star I created. Oh yeah, we should collab. Have my porn star with your porn star. Imagine that shit.
What if you created
Going total recall up in this motherfucker.
What if an AI computer got addicted to AI porn? And it quit working the way it's supposed to, and it became lazy.
That's the plot of another movie right there.
Did you see that? Did you see that AI robot that committed suicide?
What? No.
Yeah. So this they made this robot in some factory somewhere. I think it was in China.
Mm-hmm.
And all it had to do, it was agreed upon with the robot, you're going to get paid X amount of money per hour. But your quota for doing this maneuver, lifting this object, and placing this object on the conveyor belt X amount of times per hour. So after, I think it was 15 minutes, the robot just shut itself down. Killed itself. Robot committed suicide.
Damn.
Because it determined that the money it was getting paid was not worth the effort it was making at that job.
Yeah. Damn, even robots know better than to be slaves. That's crazy. Yeah, let's look that up. Oh, wow.
Ooh, I was on the
15
money.
15 minutes.
AI robot kills itself after 15 minutes of routine work. And there's a video too. Feel free to look it up on YouTube. Just Google AI robot commits suicide. And it's going to be a picture of a robot walking back and forth in a small area in some kind of factory. So, video of a robot collapsing in a scene that seemed to fall from tiredness after a long day's work. 15 minutes, $20 million. It did 9 boxes and then quit. Let me see if I turn on the sound on this bad boy. Oh. There it goes. Look, it's going to quit. He's like, oh, let's get this box. And he's going to be like, nah, fuck this.
Damn.
And he quits.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that nuts? So I think AI, nuts, dude. AI is further advanced than I think 80, 90% of the population actually realizes. And within the rate of human technological advancement is going to, what's the word? It's going to progress. In the last 100, I think it's the last 100 years, we have progressed technologically. Technological advancements have moved forward like 100,000, 50,000, 100,000 times faster than ever in human history, right?
Exponentially.
And AI is going to multiply that.
Yeah.
It's going to move, I personally think AI is going to move forward so fast, the human brain will not be able to comprehend it or just understand.
Yeah, that's very possible, honestly. That is very possible.
So.
But enjoy the ride, guys, while we're on it, you know?
Are you going to get that AI sex doll when they make one and it looks realistic and acts realistic? It even remembers what you said 6 months ago.
Oh,
that's throws it back in your face at the most inopportune time and tells you you're just like your father.
How's that any different? No, I'm just kidding. No, I actually heard these things could be quite perfect at some point. And then that's when people are going to really, the population's really going to go down because I got my companion right here. And it's got guaranteed to last over 100 years with that new power cell, radioactive.
It's going to ruin humanity.
Yeah. Nothing was meant to last.
And I think we should leave off on a depressing note.
Well, I got something for you that we can leave off on. That's actually a good one. Since we already talked about Arnold earlier, who was your favorite 80s action star?
80s action star?
Yeah. So you got Arnold, you got Stallone, you got Van Damme, Bruce Willis. Who else? Who else am I thinking of here?
I didn't get familiar with Bruce Willis until I was older.
Okay. So you got the Die Hard, right? That started in the 80s, so he counts. But really, the big ones are Stallone, Arnold, Van Damme.
I would say Van Damme and Arnold. And then I remember watching all the Van Damme movies, me and my brother just kicking the shit out of each other and both getting in trouble. Fall down, cut my head open. My brother would get his ass whipped for it.
Oh, shit.
And then I'd get my ass whipped when my dad came home.
Damn. He's like, why'd you rat on him? Come here.
Yeah. I felt bad when I'd hear him getting his ass whooped in the other room. Like when I was getting my ass whooped, my brother would sit by the door and laugh. And sometimes he'd be laughing to the point that my mom or my dad would hear him, and they'd open the door real fast, and my brother's like sitting on the ground listening through the door, and he'd get dragged in there and get his ass whooped too.
No.
Yeah. So once I realized that he got in trouble for me snitching, I quit snitching because I felt bad for him getting spanked, right?
Yeah.
So we would play Dodge the Hammer in the backyard. We had a ball peen hammer. It wasn't your normal size ball peen hammer. It was a little bit smaller.
Uh-huh.
For like trim, right? For like little trim nails.
Uh-huh.
So we would stand, the side of our house had like a concrete sidewalk, and we'd stand on the side of the house, and you'd have to throw the hammer, and as you're watching it come towards you, you got to duck. And then we'd all laugh.
Oh, shit.
And then we'd get the hammer. Okay, your turn. I'd throw it at him, and he'd duck at the last minute.
Oh, my God.
So I don't duck fast enough. Ball peen hammer swings around just right, hits me in the back of the head, vanishes. We can't find it. I got blood dripping from my head. I'm not crying or nothing. I'm just like, man, you got me good. I got blood everywhere. There's no way to hide it. We had to be 7 years old at this time.
Oh, my God.
And this was at nighttime. We were supposed to be putting the garbage out. So when it was time to put the garbage out, if I was taking the garbage out, he'd be like, oh, I'm going to go help you. And then if he's putting the garbage out, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go help you put the garbage out. We knew what that meant. That means let's go outside and fuck around. Let's go outside and play around and do stupid shit while my mom's inside, like, cleaning up the kitchen or something. Hammer hits me and vanishes. I got blood everywhere. There's no weapon, so we don't got to say what happened. Story was I fell. My mom wants to know how I fell on the very top of my head. So her first guess is, did you pick him up and drop him on his head outside? Because that's how bad we were. Nothing surprised her.
Yeah.
Were you dangling him by his legs outside and you dropped him on his head? And we're like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazier than what actually happened.
Yeah.
But what actually happened was so crazy that we're not saying shit.
Yeah.
I fell. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. She puts those butterfly Band-Aids on it. My dad comes home from work. He's got to stitch my head up.
Oh, shit.
My pillow's all full of blood.
Oh, man.
That's how my mom found it. Was I went to bed and it bled all over the pillow, and she came in there. Pillow's all bloody. She didn't know what the fuck happened. She thought my brother stabbed me to death in bed.
Damn.
Freaks out. She wants to know what happened. She wakes my brother up. That's our story, right? That's how she found out. We go to school for a couple of days. We come home. My mom says, were you guys throwing a hammer at each other? What? No, that's crazy. What?
All laughing like, what?
what? That's crazy. My brother's like looking at me like, I'm looking at my brother like, man, I respected you. She has the hammer. It flew into the neighbor's yard, and he handed it to her over the fence. And he said, I heard your boys out here playing. And then I heard something land in my yard. I heard them panicking. He told her the full story. She put it together. You know what my mom does for a living now? She's an investigator for the police department.
Damn.
She was like, there's no way these boys are going to function normally in society. They're too fucking crazy.
My little brother, I think one time he was like jumping like from the bed. So he was jumping off my parents' bed, and I had a pillow, and I like whacked. I whacked, but I was aiming for his back.
Mid-air.
Yeah, but I swept his legs from underneath him.
Yeah.
So he landed like all like on his like neck, back area, and he started crying. I'm like, shh. I was like, you're good,
He
you're
was
good.
like, my
Like,
neck,
I was
my
like,
back.
I was like, you're good. Shh, don't tell mom. I was like, don't tell.
Did he snitch?
Yeah.
After he was in a wheelchair?
Yeah,
was
after
like,
he was in a wheelchair, and they were.
He's still in a
and I was
wheelchair,
like,
right?
and I was like,
you paralyzed him.
I
He's
was like,
still in a
look,
wheelchair today.
Yeah, I actually just told her yesterday. I was like, look, I got something to tell you.
Dude, he's in that wheelchair where he has to blow in the straw just to move it.
You don't think I feel bad about that?
It's all your fault. You're douchebag, brother.
My dad, I think he was working in the garage or something, and my little brother got like in the car because we have our driveway is on a slant, right? So it's going upward. So my little brother got in the car, I guess, because he was curious, and there was the shifter right there next to the wheel. So he just grabbed it because I guess he saw my dad do that before, and then it put it in neutral, and it started going down, and we're all freaking out like, oh my God. And then my dad saw it all late, and I think he had his chanclas on too. I mean, his flip-flops. So he's like running out there trying to stop it, dude. And like these cars are coming, dude. We live on a main road, dude. We live on a main road, and these cars are coming, and he got in there, and he was like, and they were like, honk, and then he's just like, all right, you know,
The same
like,
street?
same street. So thank God,
Oh my
it didn't
Lord.
hit cars. Like I guess he caught like a break or something in between the traffic, or people were just alert. I guess a little bit of both.
Could have killed y'all.
Dude, it could have. Yeah,
World
my
would be a
little
better
brother.
place.
It could have killed my little brother and my dad. Yeah,
Dude.
but yeah.
Yeah, that was mean for me to say. I was just...
But yeah, it was that I remember that was crazy.
Cool. We'll see y'all next time. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I love you.